Welcome back to Young Justice. This is Season 4, Episode 6, Artemis Through the Looking Glass. Last time, we got introduced to the Artemis story arc this season. She's looking... Well, first off, she's approached by Onyx and Cassandra Savage, and they're both like, we're trying to defect. But the other one's saying the other one's going to be a mole, so it's all that confusion there. And because of that, Artemis... Well, also just because of the death and, you know, feeling like helpless and she can't help anybody, she has decided to try and find Cheshire and, like, reconcile with her. On the other side, we have Cheshire kind of going through suicidal... I don't know. She's like, lost her way. So, she went to Infinity Island really quick, and now she got called back to Star City, and that's pretty much where we left off. So let's just get into the episode and see what happens.
Tracked me here. Here. The house where your daughter lives.
What do you need?
Interesting. There's fucking Titan's Tower.
He's been sleeping a lot, hasn't he?
It's the depression.
Yeah. Come on, mission time.
There's the old arrow cave. Ooh, is this Omen? Lilith? Sorry, can't say that name.
Greetings.
No.
You think that's happening here?
Get McGann in there.
No, Miss
Let's rip it.
I can't be sure. Is there anyone else you can call?
No. Or is it Tana?
So, obviously, the Beast and I are out for our nightly
Oh,
jog.
hey, interesting.
You,
I hate to interrupt this tender scene.
Ooh,
Aren't you going to introduce us?
Psychically and sensed no deception.
Looker.
from either
Oh,
of them.
Looker.
But
Okay.
Orphan tells me
Not
shadows
Omen.
are trained to thwart psychic reads.
Who's this orphan?
She's on my team. She's a kid, but
Shiva's
she escaped
kid.
the shadow.
It's just more and more
Closing in on
complicated.
target now.
Black Spider again. This damn bitch.
Oh, she'll be a special delivery, handled with care.
Fine. Just don't tell anyone what you see here tonight. Bypass authorized.
Eh,
Put the sword
Girl.
away. I know you probably learned all about Cheshire from the bats.
Boy, you need to fix your life. Put some work in. Damn, he's going through it.
First question.
You're Jade Wen.
Parents, broken home.
I think that's your story.
I was
She's letting
raised
it
by
get
my maternal
emotional.
grandfather, and he was a hero. Will Everett, the amazing man.
I'm supposed to know who that is.
I was just being used as a little more than a weapon.
Why Tigress? How did you find her?
My headphones are
She
fucking
was
up,
sent to
sorry.
Manta Troop. You one of the heroes now?
They're
God.
either telling the truth
This is so
or
fucking
they're
complicated.
both very good. I still say our best bet is to kill them both.
We're not killing anyone.
Cassandra.
Then my job's done.
Just to keep her safe.
Oh shit. No, how did Black Spider get in here? What the fuck? Really interesting that the B plot is Gar. Like, I did not expect that to show up again. You gotta get out there and, like, be with loved ones and friends. Not just mope away. Oh my god.
Rictus. Do you really
Rictus.
believe you have what it takes to bring down the daughter of Vandal Savage?
Who the fuck is this? Jesus Christ, I don't know. I don't trust anything happening anymore. Why are there guns
Hasn't anyone
here?
ever told you not to play with guns?
Hasn't anyone told you?
Uh-oh.
Ooh. Not this. Oh.
The legendary Croc sisters working together.
Was that Shade, or was that
Quite
just
the
her
family
sneaking out the shadows?
reunion we had.
It is Shade. Fuck.
Can you be sure? My father murdered my sister.
Jesus.
Those people can justify anything.
I trust
Bad
Cat.
as Crusher was, I never worried he'd kill one of us.
You're all mad as hatters here.
That's the code word, though. Is she gonna meet up with her?
We're all mad as hatters here.
She never showed up. Bruh.
Recognized. Halo.
Halo?
One.
Hello.
Good morning.
Ready for my guard duty shift?
Well. Oh my god. When is this episode gonna end? Not that it's a bad thing. I'm just nervous. Like, I thought that was gonna be the end point.
The unicorn
The fucking
looked dreamily at
clones.
Alice and said, "Talk, child."
Xenomorphs. They're really driving home this fucking Superboy being dead thing. I don't believe it. I didn't believe Wally. I don't believe it now. God, I'm sorry I didn't talk a lot during the episode. Really, it just, I was so intrigued by the deception, the plots. Like, I was gonna say, I really think Cassandra Savage is being honest at this point, because we had a look into what the villains were planning, and they specifically were just looking for Cassandra. You know, it makes me think, why would we see a scene like, what makes the villains, why would the villains lie to themselves about who they're after? You know, if there's no one to hear them talking about what their scheme is, why would they have to lie and pretend what they're doing? So it makes me think they're being honest about going for Cassandra. But, this damn show is built on turnaround, plot twists and shit like that. So I don't know. But my gut reaction is I trust Cassandra. Just from the moment we saw her in last episode, I trust her because she does not look the same way. Her story makes sense about, Olympia. We saw her reaction to Olympia's death. She was like in survival mode at that point. She was like, she was going crazy, and, she was trying to bluff her way into like not being a target at that point, right? So I can see her story making sense. With Onyx, we don't know enough about her. Like Cheshire was saying, is that, she's either nobody, in which case she shouldn't be here because she would be dead, or she's undercover, like deep cover. So she's such a wild card at this point. Like, we just don't know enough about Onyx that I'm scared. But I know that doing a little bit of research, I did recognize that name actually. I think she was in one of the New 52 animated movies, Suicide Squad, right? Hell to Pay, I believe. Anyway, she was in one of them dating Scandal Savage, right? Or no. I'm thinking of a different person now. Was she that one? Anyways, I know she was in one of the movies. Or no, she was in Bad Blood. That's right. It was the Batman one. But she was just a straight up villain there. She was a League of Shadows, I believe. I don't know. I like I said, we just, like, even just looking up her character history in the comics, there's not a lot going on there. So it's hard to say. With Cassandra Cain reveal, Cassandra Wusan in this show, I still trust her. They're trying to place seeds of doubt in there, and I said before, the show can go in different directions, like they did with Tara, making her the hero and Brienne the villain. So they can do so. They could, it could be that she is working with Shiva, but I don't think she is. I think she's on the up and up. I'm willing to believe. I'm willing to be wrong about Cassandra Cain. So I'm on the side of that she just got kidnapped by her mom. But yeah, like I said, I didn't really say a lot during the episode just because I was taking it all in, and I really don't know what the story is gonna go. I'm curious to see if next episode is gonna be the end of this arc, or is it gonna be 4 episodes like it was for the Superboy and Miss Martian one. Interesting that Garfield was like a side plot this episode. I really was not expecting him to show up again, at least for a while. But yeah, like I said, he needs to get out and get some fresh air and surround himself with people, and he's just moping away. I get it, like I get why he's doing it, but somebody needs to get in there. And where's McGann? That's the other thing. Jason Bard, the boyfriend, I don't know, for a second I was like Jason Blood, but I know he's not Etrigan. So I'm curious to see if Jason Bard is an actual character or if that's just a name. And I'm putting too much thought into it. But I mean, he has such an interesting name, and the fact that he is an amputee makes me like his character design is a bit more complex than just some guy. So it makes me wonder, like, is he somebody? So if you guys know if he's somebody, let me know. But I'll look it up, obviously, and just double check. And then Rictus. Who the fuck is Rictus? Like, I know Richter from the Marvel comics, but I don't know a Rictus. So I had to look him up, see what's going on there. I love this incarnation of the League of Shadows. You know, it's some interesting characters that you wouldn't really expect to be assassins. Like, there's the Spider-Man knockoff. We've seen him in every season, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, Black Spider. I like the theming that they've got going on for the League of Shadows. You know, he's obviously like a ninja. Like, he can hide in the shadows, but he's still got like meta, or not meta. He's got tech abilities, I believe. But yeah, you know, someone like him you wouldn't expect. Like a Spider-Man clone, you would not expect to be an assassin. This Rictus dude, who's like a Terminator apparently. The Shade, obviously, that's a pretty useful ability for League of Shadows, just to be able to teleport to anywhere dark. Like, yeah, I'm just really fascinated by the lineup that they've always had for the Shadows. Cheshire, obviously, they had that Hook dude from season 1. I don't know what's going on with that, but some unconventional people in an assassin group. And then that was Looker, who was the psychic. I thought it was Omen. I know she was the one from last season that was attacking. You know, she was part of the Shadows being brainwashed meta. She attacked the like UN summit that was with Aqualad and what's her face, Donna Troy. I thought it was Lilith though, but I guess it was Looker. Unless these are both two different characters, and I'm just assuming they're the same person. But yeah, I'm a little familiar with Looker. I know she's an outsider, I believe, right? In the comics. And I want to say she's a vampire, but I don't know if they're doing that with her. And just even the design, like there's a fucking eyeball. I thought that was Omen. I don't know. Are they the same person? I'm getting confused. Anyways, I love that they just throw in random characters. Some of them I know, some of them I don't. So it's always fun to just sort of do a who's who of like what characters they're bringing in. Yeah. The last thing is I just really love that we're getting these flashbacks on Artemis and to an extent Jade's childhood. Because again, we'd heard little snippets about what kind of life they led, but it's one thing to hear about it and it's another thing to see it. And I think it's really helpful that we have this mature rating. I saw it somewhere else. I think it was a Tumblr post, but you know, this season they're doing a lot with the NC whatever I don't know what rating it is, but the non E for everyone, whatever T rating, whatever it used to be on Cartoon Network, it's now more mature, and they're doing a lot better and a lot more with that rating. Because last season it was just like, let's have blood everywhere, let's kill people. You know, it was just like gore for gore's sake. But this season they're doing a lot of like complex storylines like racism and child abuse. They did a little bit of that last season, but I think they're going a lot deeper, and you know, they're able to show us and talk to us about things that would not have been possible back on Cartoon Network. So instead of just, you know, here's violence, they're actually like using it as a storytelling purpose, which I really appreciate. And I think it's doing a lot for especially Artemis's storyline right now, because we get to see what kind of person Swordmaster was. You know, I always thought he was a cool character back in season 1 and season 2, just because he's such like an unassuming person, and then he's just this badass assassin. But now I'm like, oh, he's kind of a trash person. Obviously, the one in Stargirl is great. You know, as much as he's a crazy bitch, he at least cares for his daughter, and he's like a good person at heart to an extent. But this one is just an asshole. So, like I said, I think it's really helping the story to have this more mature rating. Anyways, I'm gonna stop talking so I can eat and go to work and all that shit. So, thanks for watching. What do you guys think of this episode? Do you think it's one more episode or 2 episodes? I'm scared because it kind of feels like they could do 1 episode, but I wouldn't be, you know, I'd gladly take 2 more. I love this storyline so far. I'm intrigued to see how it resolves, because I really have no idea. Who do you think, Cassandra or Onyx, or both, or neither? Right now, I want to say Cassandra for sure. I think Onyx is being truthful too. So I'm saying both, but you know, that's like a, you know, out of the 4 options, it's only like a 30% chance versus everything else being what, like 20 or math. Anyways, thanks for watching. I'll see you next episode.